What's up, YouTube world? Back again. Oh, really wasn't going to make this video, but I thought, man, there's some do's and don'ts when you come out here to the Philippines. Uh, I say do come. I mean, if you've been planning on it, if you're thinking about it, if you're watching vlogs like I did and you're contemplating on don't listen to the United States government, whatever you do, all their red flags. Don't go to this country, don't go to that country. Freaking go to that country. You know what I mean? Go. Even though they've created enemies around the world, doesn't mean, thank God we're in good standings with the Philippines. So, uh, that's just one of the things. But as far as like the do's and the don'ts, uh, don't come out here and try to change their culture, you know. And for you Filipinos out there that are looking for a foreigner, let me just cut it to you straight. My best friend back in America, she's a girl. You know what I'm saying? She's a lady, but you know, uh, and we've been best friends for years. And in the Western side of things, we look at a lot of the girls there as like one of the guys, like straight up. So when we come out here, we get these Facebook messages and everything, and I'm friendly with all of them. I'm not going to be somebody that I'm really not. And not saying I'm trying to make a best friend out here or anything, but you know that's just our culture, and I know that my ex especially could not stand the fact that I would talk to other women. Just it would be plutonic, just straight up, nothing. There was, one case that this girl brought up the tribe that they're still tribal out here, so she brought up, the tribe, and I don't know. I'm fresh out here, so I don't know about these tribes. I don't know. I'm now on more of an individual basis. Like there's good and bad in all the tribes, but if they're all about money, they're all about buy, spin, 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 spin. You know, let them walk. You know what I'm saying? They think that you owe them anything. Let them walk. If you don't owe them shit, you know, don't owe them shit. Don't need to owe them shit. That's just the way I see it. And I'm not trying to be mean or nothing. I'm just saying, like, I've dealt with this firsthand, and if you come out here, man, you will too. I doubt very seriously that everybody's going to hit a home run on the first gal. Now there is something, a website, I think it's Christian Filipino. They'll do all the weeding out for you. From what I hear. Uh, I didn't go that route. I actually went this other route and met a LDR, and she's great, very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Got a great family, loved her family. Uh, Thought she was the one, and then boom, find out she's got a boyfriend up in the next couple hours away, and find out some other things she had been saying. Uh, just basically using the foreigner for anything she could possibly, I guess, get. And then I was going to get kicked to the curb. But then the next girl I got with thought she was she, in a lot of ways, she is very genuine. Her family's, I love her family. Uh, she is genuine in a lot of ways, but then there's a lot of things that I don't know if it's just maturity or if it's narcissist or it's something chaotic, and it always has to be chaotic. And I can't be around people like that. I'm, for one, life is too short. Like, why would you even want to live your life like that? Why would anybody want to live their life freaking in a freaking shitstorm every day? You know what I mean? Like, why would you even want to do that? If you can't talk something out, you can't, anybody can talk something out. And does it happen all the time? No. But that gum, man, it's just crazy, It's just crazy is what it really means to me because I personally don't like drama. I ain't never been one to like drama. I don't like to argue, you know. And if it's a man and he's up in my face and he's raising his voice and he's making threatening, well, I'm somebody's going to sleep and it's either going to be me or him. You know what I mean? So but being a female, it's different, man. When you got to listen to her mouth, day in and day out and day in and day out, and it's just like that gum, man. Like, you know, you can't be happy, like so. And then you find out she's on a dating app, and then you find out then she just totally disrespects you like completely, in while you're laying in bed, just to get a rise. Now, if that's not narcissistic, I don't care who you are. You know, if any guy was to video chat a woman and his woman was laying in bed wide awake and heard that, she would lose her mind. And you push a man so far and he's going to snap. He definitely, any man that's a real man will. These little Nancy boys, these little, $2 bills, they probably, they're probably not too worried about it. But, if you got testosterone and uh, you know, then there's only so much that you're going to take before you say, okay, so she had to go, you know. And really, I just got her to admit it. I just got her to admit it just the other day. Like, it hasn't been long ago, but just don't come out here trying to change anything. Just be yourself, enjoy yourself. I mean, first, yeah, just enjoy yourself because I'm telling you, some of these girls will try to suck the life out of you, either financially, emotionally, um, spiritually. They're gonna try you in every sense of of the way. And I'm just here to tell you, man, it's not worth it. There is good Filipinos out here. We just got to find them. I mean, this girl that I've got staying here right now, man, like she's getting on this money trip, asking for money, and I'm just like, man, like, damn, you know, I'm because I'm not one to, I'm not a bank. I didn't come out here to be these Filipinos' bank. I don't mind helping, but I'll be damned, I'll be damned if I'm gonna sit here and be trying to hand them out money, and I don't care. I just, I mean, if they had any, if they got a good job, then they shouldn't need your money. Two, if they, raised up right, they're not going to be asking you for money. And I get it. Yeah, we probably got more than they do. It's okay though. Not that's not that's not really saying anything. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you find a good one that you're gonna settle with, you're gonna build a house out here, you're gonna make a home, you're gonna make a family, you're going to give them everything that they ever needed. And so don't let them just come out and just start, uh, just start with uh, the money issue. You know what I mean? Give me, give me, give me. Oh, can you? Oh, always got their hand out. No, man. Don't play that card. Don't play them cards because let me tell you something. They'll ride you all the way to the bank. You know what I mean? My first one did it. I'm pretty sure my second one did it. You know, I've trusted her, was giving her my card. And that's something else I tell you guys. You come out here, make sure that you can go to the ATM yourself. Make sure you can get your butt to the grocery store. Do not send your Filipina with your passcode, with your card number, with your card, because just don't, you know, get your butt up no matter, how easy, because it will make your life easier to sit at home. But I don't really think that you want to come up, $600-700 short in your bank account, you know, just on a whim. So I'm making some home fries and some steak tips tonight. A little bit of Americano food, good for the soul. You know, this girl staying here, I love tacos. Man, I could eat tacos at least once a week. This girl staying here, she don't like the smell. She says they stink. I'm like, they stink. Well, what about your dried fish? First thing in the morning. Frying up dried fish. At 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, you ain't gonna get no worse than that. Might as well just throw a can of sardines in there and just start frying them up. So it's just two different cultures, man. And for the American guys, like, just or Western, anybody, European, whatever. If you're coming out here and I was watching a vlog the other day, and this guy, man, you could hear. She didn't show his face, but you could hear him, trying to find a parking space, and he's like, "I'll park wherever I want to park," and and blah blah blah. And I could just hear he was American, probably like New York, New Jersey, somewhere up northeast. He had a northeast accent, but just him like ranting and raving. Even on her vlog, I was like, golly, like, man, he has brought his little New York attitude to the Philippines, and he thinks that the Philippines should, bow down to him for being from New York. Take your butt back, man. Take your stupid butt back to New York City. You know what I'm saying? You can't find your little parking spot, you little sissy boy. Just take your butt back. That's just the way I am. Dadgum, man. It's just these people out here have showed me nothing but kindness. Man, I love everything about this place. Like, I haven't had the best of luck in the dating. That's been a fact. I haven't had the best of luck in the dating, but it's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, you weather the storm. You don't have anything to worry about if you're worried about just finding the next person, or because they're there, they're right there, they're waiting. But it's finding a good one. You know what I mean? Finding one maybe it's a little bit older, single, no kids, got a good job, maybe works at a bank, or find a nurse. A nurse would be it. Uh, because A, they can take good care of you, and B, uh, they just, they got a good job. I don't know what nurses make out here, but they could go anywhere in the world and make a whole lot more. So, it's just, don't worry about it. If you lose one, if you lose two, if you lose three, whatever. If you lose 10, uh, if you're that desperate, I wouldn't even come here because you're going to get robbed. If you're, 70s, 80s and just lonely, and, find you a caretaker. You can hire caretakers here. You know what I'm saying? And they will take good care of you. My ex was my caretaker / watcher, was in hospital. And she didn't mind it a bit, man. And this girl was, she's just graduating college, and just didn't mind it. And I, I just knew she was the one. And damn, as soon as I got up on my feet, and it's like the stronger I got, the further apart we got. It's like she don't, it's like I don't know. She acted like I didn't need her, or I didn't want her. Or I'm like, what? Like, she always accusing me of this, accusing me of that. It's such crazy. That's madness. Um, when she already had me, like I wasn't going anywhere. Uh, but it is what it is. So I got to make a trip back to good old Tennessee. Got to go back, get some of this business handled, man. Gosh, dang, it's been a long wait for this. So got to get that handled, taken care of. I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign. I really haven't made up my mind on selling my house, but I mean, I love it out here that much. I really don't think that I'll miss, because I still own couple other places too. So, but my house, I could sell it and probably not even miss it. And that's what I'm thinking about doing. So, and then eventually building a house out here. If not, I'll just keep leasing it. I mean, either way, to me, it doesn't matter. I just know it feels like the Philippines is now my home, and I really don't see me going anywhere else to live. Now, don't get me wrong, I would, uh, but it'd probably still be somewhere in Southeast Asia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand. Uh, I've even thought about Russia, you know, uh, just just because it seems like all the politicians in America is against Russia's. Russia, Vladimir Putin, he's this, he's that. I, I've watched a lot of people, a lot of Americans that's living in Russia now. I mean, if you can speak their language, it's great. I can't. I can't even speak this language, but I'm learning. I've learned a few words enough to, I'm glad that they can speak some English. That's there's a lot of good people out here. A lot of good people. Uh, so if you're thinking about coming, just you know, be careful, guys. Be careful. Don't come out here bring this. They owe you. Oh, I'm from the greatest nation on earth, and you're just the Philippine. Don't come out here with that stupid attitude, man. Like it really makes everybody look bad. Just come out here, have an upbeat, positive attitude, no matter what you go through, man. And I've been through some stuff. I've been hospitalized here, a couple relationships, couple bad, one big bad breakup here recently. So just don't let none of it get you down. You know what I mean? Like life is too short to be unhappy. Life's too short to be miserable. Uh, Man, just come out here, have a good time. If you don't do nothing but have a good time, then just do that. You know what I mean? Don't bring your Western diseases out here and try to spread the wealth to these beautiful ladies. Like bring some condoms. You nasty people. But you know what I'm saying? Like don't be coming out here trying to bring your nasty crap from America or uh, Europe or any place, Australia. You know, just come on and get you a little piece of this and try it out for yourself. Because man, I'm here to tell you, if you really love it and you love, you'll not want to ever leave. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like I don't want to leave, but I have to. I'm kind of being forced to. So, but yeah, just want to say hi to my kinfolk and everybody back home. Try to tell you guys some do's and don'ts. It's for entertainment purposes only. So I don't care if you like it, if you don't like it. You know, it's I'm just telling you, be careful. You know what I mean? And for the Filipinos, be careful. Like, you don't know who you're meeting online. You don't know who's what kind of, you know, person that you're meeting that's on the other end. I mean, they can be masked. They could have, you know, just be careful. You know what I mean? Like, it's a crazy world we live in. I believe it's the end of times, but you know, they ain't the one that knows truly. Uh, so, God bless you. Hope y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will catch you later. See you.